All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, you know, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, you know, 1,000 a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And, you know, most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, you know, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. All right, good morning, everybody. It's July 29th, so we do have a switch here in QCOM. So again, we just trade this on the switch. Don't worry about permission, and we have our switch taking place. And again, the success rate on QCOM is not as high. It's like 65 to 70%, but the frequency is really high, so I can still make money with it at the end of the year. And I get to create content for you all and talk about it. So that's why QCOM is in the portfolio, and we got a switch. So we're getting ready to take this trade here in about a minute. So we'll see what happens in a minute, if it confirms or not. And we'll be back. All right, buddy. Hopefully have an awesome day. Oh, a little bit late on QCOM. A little late. That's what happens when you look away for a second and the clock runs out. So we do have a tower candle, so it's a little bit of a risky trade. but SPY is ripping right now. So nice thing about this tower candle, nice thing and risky thing is stop is right at the halfway mark, or just a little bit past the halfway mark. So I could speed bump this 300 at that halfway mark, and it may retrace the whole thing, and might be an easy speed bump, but we'll see. All right, there we go. We're speed bumped on QCOM. See how this goes. Could be a rough morning. This switch back is also a small tower candle, indicated by the square inside the candle on the switch. But we'll see if this can give us our trade. So what do we enter? 147.60. So pretty close to our speed bump, or our algo target rather. So we know tower candles like to retrace half and sometimes all. This retraced half. It could continue onward, and but I speed bumped it because it also could retrace all of it. So a lot of times it will retrace all. So we're speed bumped, and I may take one more trade on this if it breaks this, because then we could be onward from there. So I'm going to go ahead, and I got my 300 in. So we're going to go ahead and put another speed bump in, which that'll need 2R to recover my full loss. But I believe we're going to get there. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is, hopefully I don't miss it, make a new high. So we're technically speed bumping right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just flatten my position, right? Because that's technically where the speed bump would be. And then I'm going to buy 300. And if it makes a new high, we're in. Okay, so we're back in QCOM now that it pumped a new high here. So we'll see with 300 shares. So we don't have to get that far. Somewhere in this area right here, and we'll be break even plus a couple dollars, and we'll be looking to put a stop in and get out of the trade. And we're missing JD right now, 71.51, 71.51.70. So 50 cents to 300 shares. See if it backs up here a little bit. It's right in front of me, and I wasn't even looking at it. Come on, JD, back up a little bit. I don't want to get in so late because then the risk reward is way off. All right, there we go. Take that. It was about 50 cents, so 300 shares should do it. Okay, speed bump ready to go. All right, so QCOM's 90% of the way to the target on this new trade, so I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up to break even, and then if we, if we get out, we get out. That's how it goes. I break even based on the algo setup, not based on where I actually got in. So break even, still losing trade on this, but we don't move it based on our entry. We move it up based on the algo's projected entry, which is at the close of this candle on the switch. Did it again too on QCOM, right? Had I got in right, if I speed bumped it right at the speed bump level, we'd already be green, and in this trade we'd be a green trade already, looking to put our stop in, take a few dollars off the table, and call it a day with QCOM. But I waited to break high of day to make sure that we weren't going to be in consolidation here. So I got in a little bit late based on the algo, so I'm not green. I could easily be green right now, but yeah, because I got in late. But I think because we're breaking, I waited for a high of day break here to make sure we're outside of these tower candles and that we're in a clear direction. So I think we're going to go much higher with QCOM, and this could be a pretty nice green trade. Okay, JD coming to the target nicely. Going to go ahead and cancel the speed bump. Should already had this ready to go. What do we have? 300 shares. Yep. So we're going to go ahead to break even plus a couple dollars right now. Spread, it's 2 cents. That's nice. All right. And then we'll be looking to move that stop into the target once we get through. And now we're breaking low of day, so there's a good chance JD loves to give 2R. Now it's a high probability it will give that 2R, but at the same time, this right in here is the low of yesterday, so we could just be filling the gap before we go back up. So I don't know that I'm going to wait for 2R. I'll put my stop in at target, which pretty much already hit the target, So I'm going to have to probably bounce out of this and not get greedy because we could just be gap filling before a rally. Like, I don't know. So I can't stay in the trade with the casino trade. I need to get out with probability. Okay, we're through the target. 37 was our target. So I'm going to cancel that. Look to put my stop in once we get a little buffer there so I can try to give it a little room to run. But like I said, we could be gap filling and then bouncing, so I can't give it too much. I'd like to put it in 35 to account for the spread. Candle got 3 more minutes before it closes, so a lot could happen. Alright, I'm going to put it in for 35. If it backs up and gets us out, it backs up and gets us out. I got to go with probability of success, not hope, wishing, and wanting. So yeah, so we're at. And if we get lucky, this candle will close way down here and keep on going. Get our 2R, and move our thing to our 2R, and that'll be sweet. And then QCOM over here, you know, I gotta have my stop in. It is what it is. It hit the target. I gotta put my stop in to that break-even level, which is a loss for me. But hopefully we don't get stopped out. Hopefully this does rally up because I think we're just seeing a little selling, profit taking, so forth, and then we'll go up from here once this candle closes. We just got to survive the candle close, but if we don't, then it is what it is. Trade's over, and we'll take our red, and it is what it is. All right, nice, JD, nice. 81. Come on, let's go, JD, down there. 81. Pay for QCOM. Yeah, QCOM was tempting to get out here because I'd be down $300, which I could have made back with JD right now and had a green day. But trying to be patient, and looks like it might get burned. Got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Let's see. All right, so JD's coming into the 81 area. Not going to be too greedy. 85, 86. We're going to go ahead and put our stop in 86. If it backs up. All right, cool. So what are we? We're out of JD right now. I was like, oh no, we got stopped in QCOM. So JD, we're out 325. So nice little profit there. So we got our 2R pretty much. We missed it by a few pennies. Fine with that. And then, yeah, I'd love to get the 2R, especially breaking low of day and all that. But now it did break through yesterday's low. So we're right here. Not yesterday's low, but yesterday's close, right? So definitely gap fill. And broke below this little, well, it's kind of in that support area. So we'll see. We'll see if it bounces. See if it bounces from here. All right, new candle. QCOM's opening in 7 seconds, so it looks like we're going to survive this candle. Now, the other part of it is sometimes they like to make a little wick before it goes up, right? It makes a little tail and a wick, so or shadow, whatever you want to call it. So hopefully it does not do that and it just boosts like it did here and here. So right now, if I bounce out of QCOM, I'm green on the day. So it's tempting just to take take this off the table and be green on the day, but at the same time, you know, this is making, it's broke high of day. It's, you know, all this stuff is normal what's happening. So I'm going to try to stay in until market tells me otherwise. And SPY looks like it's going up here. Let's move over there. SPY, we got our big flagpole flagging. Looks like it might want to come up and break that and start to make new highs as well. So, and QCOM likes to follow it. So we'll see if QCOM is going to continue following this. And hopefully we don't get stopped out before it goes up. All right, so we got stopped out of QCOM for 480 loss. Unfortunately, too bad. But that's what it is. We're out of that trade. APPS is over here looking like it wants to set up for a switchback, which I trade occasionally if it's the right setup. The only downside is we do have a tower candle here, and this could just be retracing all the tower candle. Won't be taking APPS, but I saw it in the corner of my eye switching, so I popped it up here and won't be taking it. And QCOM, that's, you know, that's how it is. Play by the rules, then the statistical numbers are in my advantage. And so we're out. We're done with QCOM for the day, 480. And so it's a really small losing day actually after the win we just had in JD. So we'll see if we get another trade set up that'll turn us green. All right, so we got NUGT here, NUG, trading, getting ready to trade. We got our switch to the long side with permission. That's how we trade it. So as long as this confirms in a couple minutes, we'll be jumping into a NUG with 500 shares. We got about 50 cent risk. get my tools ready. All right, we'll see what happens. Okay, got about 30 seconds left. We'll see if Nug wants to confirm. It's very close. This is kind of a scary spot to get in because we could also be drawing an M pattern here. High of day, getting rejected. Yep. We'll see. We'll see. All right, everybody. I didn't get the recording going in time, but we jumped into a Nug here with a small position. So we got 300 shares in Nug. All right, so we got Nug coming into the target here. What is that target? Let's pull that aside since we got that high indicator in the way. 28 it looks like. So looking at the spread, we got a couple pennies, not a big deal, pretty easy to manage.
And you'll get and spicy. Okay, I'm spicy.
Oh, so cute. All right, so yeah, so it's 62.28. What we're looking for on the bid here, just pop above that, and we'll put our stop in, trail it up, and see if we could squeeze more out, or does it back up and we just take our 62.28. Either way, though, this candle just closed. It didn't hit the target yet. We're at 90%, so we're gonna go ahead and move this up to the break even plus a couple dollars. All right, so but based on the algo, not based on where I got in. So algo entry was at the high of this candle right there, 61.69 roughly. So 61.69, yeah, okay, cool. So yep, our stop's in the right place, which will still be a little bit of a loss if we ended up getting stopped out there because we're just below our entry. So you could tell on this this trade area here where you got in because it's highlighted for you, which makes it nice. All right, so now we're breaking above, so 62.28, so 31, so we're in a good spot. Just to make it easy, I could drag and move that if I want, but it's easier for me just to click it like that. So 28, 30, then we'll get our exact target with the spread only being a couple pennies. So hopefully we get lucky and it just boosts, but I didn't give it very much room to breathe, so we may get stopped out here. Just take our profit, which I'm totally cool with as well. All right, so there we go. So we're out of Nug. So it looks like that's going to do it for today. So let's put that in the log, do a recap on the algo, see how it did today with all the whole portfolio, and we'll see how this ended up looking. Did we get a green day? Did we just squeeze it in? All right, so before we go over to the log to see what happened today, let's quickly look and see what the algo did today. So here's CVS. So CVS, we trade to the switch to the short side with permission, or switch back sometimes if the proper setup is right, which I've talked about in many other videos. So right now CVS, no switching, so no good. Even if the switch is now to the short side, I think we're too far away to get permission, and it's after 12:30. So not interested, no CVS. Sometimes I do trade CVS after 12:30. Which I did the other day. I showed you that in the video. When I was processing the video, I decided to jump in, but I'm not really interested in the way this is going to be setting up. Just because, like, you know, we're coming down to this support area, and then, you know, we came down, hit it again. We're in a slow consolidation, basically. It could come back down, hit the support area again. The switch, I don't think is going to get me to my target, and then we could rally from there. So there's just a bunch of stuff here later in the day that says that this doesn't look so promising. If the whole market was ripping and this was like on a nice uptrend and like it was just a little bit of a, you know, a retrace, and then it was switch, you know, like it was the other day, then I would think about, or, you know, the market's crashing and the whole thing has got a clear, obvious reversal going on, then maybe I would think about it. But no CVS today. If things change while making the video or today at all, I'll definitely bring it to you, but no plan on CVS. All right, so next up on the list, APPS. So APPS, we trade on the switch with permission, and sometimes on the switch back. So we had no switches with permission here, so no trade on APPS. Almost, well, not really almost. We're kind of far away on that. But yeah, so no switches here with permission. Might get one here soon, but again, we'll be outside the 12:30 window, not vetted for afternoon trading, so no trade on APPS. Then we got QCOM, which we did trade, took a nice beating on it, and look what happened. Yep, look at all that money we left on the table. So QCOM, we had our switch, which we traded, knowing there's high risk, tower candle, all that good stuff. Put our speed bump in, looking for a full retracement of that tower candle. Didn't happen, right? We know we're going to get half, and sometimes we get all. I was gambling on the all, on the switch back. Didn't get it. And then I traded the one last trade, which would be the speed bump on the switch back, or just, on the switch, whatever, the third switch. So I traded that. And we jumped in, rallied up, hit this target, which, didn't get me even on the day, but it would have been nice to get out there. I moved my stop to break even because I had really felt strong that it was going to have a nice move to the upside based on what the whole market was doing, breaking high of day, all that good stuff. So I felt really, really positive about it. But at the same time, I didn't want to put my stop back down here and then turn this into a much bigger red day that would be hard to recover from. 480 is easy to recover from, but a 900 is a different story. That's going to take another day or two to recover from. So I didn't want to do that. So I put my stop in somewhere right around here, and we just barely got stopped out right here. What is it? 148.75 is where we got stopped out. So our stop was right here, and it just went down a little bit past that. Stopped us out and rallied, right? So, which is a huge bummer. Huge bummer. It's really too bad. Would have been nice to recover that. Oh well, is what it is. But as long as my losses are small based on the plan and all this stuff fits in the number game and all that stuff like this did, then all good. We can recover from this and it won't be a big deal. All right, so now let's go look at NUG. NUG finally had a setup today. So NUG, here we go. NUG doesn't have a whole lot of setups. It's had a couple, though, in the last couple weeks. So here's NUG. So let's zoom out a little bit. Does it pull up? All right, there we are with NUG. So we came up. We had our switch right here, permission right here. See that? So we're switching from red to green, or whatever color that is to you. Dotted line above the solid line above the red line. Permission to go long. Jumped in, made our money, and now it's coming back down. So $163 on NUG. So one thing with NUG is there is a swing trade getting ready to set up on NUG. So in the next, if there's other trades that set up before that swing trade concludes, then which may or may not set up. We'll see by the end of the day where this thing closes. But if it does set up, then when I'm trading NUG, day trading, it's going to be kind of weird because there'll always be a certain amount of shares that'll be open until that swing trade closes, and I'll just day trade within that swing, if you will. So we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. We'll see how this day closes, and we'll decide whether we're going to get it or not. If you're on my swing trade alerts, you've already got the alert for today, and you already know the game plan. And then you'll get another alert this evening informing you of what the final close was and the final numbers are. So we'll see what NUG ends up doing. All right, and then the last one was JD. So JD, yes, finally we got our 2R. Like I said, always like to give that out, especially today. We're breaking low of day, filling a gap from yesterday. So yeah, was looking really promising. We broke that gap fill just enough. I told you we got into that area, and we'll see if it bounces. And sure enough, there's the bounce. So yeah, why didn't I trade it? Because I don't have a statistical proven probability of success that fits within my trading plan, that fits my lifestyle and goals, and gets me where I want to be at the end of the year. I need to have all that in my plan, in my business plan, before I'll make trades on something. I see it all the time, but until I do the work to plan it out and have the actual plan in place with all the data, then I don't trade it. So yeah, the good thing is JD gave us 325. So with that, and we had a little switch right here, and a switch back. Boom, sweet. All right, if this happens pre-market, where that's right here, we call that a glitch, and we don't trade it. It doesn't count. But as long as it happens inside market hours, all good. All right, let's go check out the log and see how that affected us. Okay, so here we are in the day trade log. We got QCOM, those 3 trades in QCOM, craziness. Lots of losing there. and then JD and Nug. And because I do proper risk management through position sizing, and putting my stop where it's supposed to be, and I don't put my stop where it is. Some people put their stop like, oh, I only want to lose $100, so I'm just going to put my stop, $1 down. No, I put my stop in the right spot, and then if I only want to lose $100, I only buy a certain amount of shares. So that's how I do my risk management through position sizing, and as a result, we're able to capitalize and still have a green day. So we lost more dollar per share in the day. That part's red on the day, but we're still able to squeeze out a green day, $6. Awesome. So yep, that'll work. Not so awesome for the month, because we're still down $875. Now we got 1 day left. Very difficult to make that on a day when the risk reward is only $150. So it should still be that. We'll go check that ladder in a second. But either way, whatever. We have a red month. We have a red month. But another nice green week shaping up here. So not a huge green week, but it is looking like a green week. Although this is such a small green week that we can easily give it all away here. So Friday, no pressure Friday. No pressure. All right, scaling ladder. So we're still in the 150 range. Nice in the 150 range. So yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. All right, everybody. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow.